Today on the net, Iran's LGBT community launches an online campaign to defend gay rights. Web users in Texas are mobilizing online to fight the devastating wildfires sweeping through the state. And a herd of cows are treated to a private jazz concert. Iranian homosexuals from all over the world are taking part in an online campaign in defiance of a regime that criminalizes homosexuality. Their slogan, "We are everywhere," despite President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad claiming in New York in 2007 that there were no homosexuals in Iran. Over 1,900 web users have joined this page, which encourages gay, lesbian, bisexual and transgender Iranians to share their personal stories. Some, like Farnez or Iman, are showing their faces, whilst others are not revealing their identity. In Iran, homosexuality is punishable by death. A man going under the name of Mehdi says he's always pretending to be someone he's not and always has to hide part of himself from others, like he's doing in this video. This other web user has written a message on a roll of kitchen towel which he unravels in front of the camera. He says he's had to leave his family and seek refuge in Turkey, which is now home to many Iranian gay asylum seekers who have fled the anti-gay repression in Iran. The NGO Iran Human Rights has claimed that 3 people were recently hanged in Iran convicted of sodomy. The organization adds that the Iranian authorities rarely admit to executing people for taking part in gay sex and normally present such cases as rape. The US state of Texas has been facing its worst drought in a century and has been battling devastating wildfires for over a week now. The net has become an essential communication tool for the authorities so they can warn residents of areas to avoid. The Texas Department of Public Safety has been sending out regular messages on Twitter, issuing warnings and giving residents firefighting tips. The Texas Forest Service has been updating a map in real time which shows the locations of wildfires so as to evacuate vulnerable residents as quickly as possible. By knowing exactly when and where each fire broke out, firefighters are able to work effectively to coordinate their efforts. Web users can also help out by reporting any suspected fires or signs of smoke on this Facebook page. Citizens living in the state of Texas have been supporting one another. An Adopt a Family page has been set up on Facebook, with members offering those who've lost their homes in the wildfires a roof over their heads. Hundreds of offers have been posted already, and this number keeps growing. And as the fires appear to have calmed down over the past few days, some have decided to return to where their homes once stood. This Texan man describes how nothing remains of the house he used to live in with his family. But he did get a happy surprise, as in the midst of the ruins, miraculously spared by the flames, stood all of the ducks he'd been rearing in his garden. The New York Times has announced that the most active page on Facebook belongs to Jesus. The page Jesus Daily was set up by Aaron Tabor, a nutritionist from North Carolina, and has over 8 million fans. And what's even more impressive is that over 3 million comments or links are posted on his profile page every day, a page which also includes daily prayers or quotes from the Bible. Not even Justin Bieber or Lady Gaga have reached these kinds of figures on the social network. Dutch web users were forced to return to the fax age after a number of the Netherlands' government websites fell victim to a massive hack attack affecting the entire country, to such an extent that the government advised citizens to temporarily stop using the internet. The suspected culprit is a 21-year-old Iranian man who had already made a name for himself in May when he attacked a number of IT security companies. These musicians decided to put on a jazz concert for cows, and the music seems to be a hit with their unusual audience as the cows listened intently throughout the performance.